I was a professional ballet dancer until an illness left me paralysed, and a special exoskeleton suit got me back on my feet. But I couldn't have done it without a positive mindset. So my diagnosis, I've got a glioma benign brain tumour, and my neurological condition is functional neurological disorder, so it's short for FND. How I felt when I was told the diagnosis, I was pretty much numb. I was screaming but no sound was coming out. I just didn't know how to react to it. It was just the worst week of my life, really. So when I was told the news that, potentially I wasn't going to walk again, and, gone in hospital and coming out in a wheelchair, there was just so much to digest of how I was going to cope and what was going to happen. Because I was living in a first floor flat with no lift, so I couldn't potentially go home. So there was so many things gone through my head. And to leave hospital without a wheelchair as well was just, didn't even know what path my journey was going to take me. Standing up for the first time, I went vertigo, funny enough, because being in a wheelchair, when you sat down all the time, and I'm 5'11", when I then stood up, I was all dizzy and I didn't really like it. And then when it took the first step, because I feel like I'm floating, because I've got no feeling from the waist down, seeing my feet move, but I'm not moving them, there was a lot of psychological things to get over. Since becoming paralysed, I've achieved more than I have in my lifetime for my career. I've been a singer on BBC One altogether now, been on many TV shows. I've walked the London Marathon using an exoskeleton suit. I'm going to be climbing stairs to set a world record attempt. I'm filming a documentary called No Limits. I'm pushing the boundaries to find what a paralysed person haven't achieved so I can achieve it myself. My children, how they've adapted to me being in a wheelchair is mind-blowing and loving and touching, because obviously my oldest daughter remembered me walking, my son was 2, and my youngest daughter, because she's 4, she know no different. So it's just daddy in a wheelchair. Their legs don't work because they want to sit on my lap and so I can wheel them, so they don't have to walk. But they're great. She'd go off, take my wheelchair and play with it, bring it back to me. She helped me lift my feet to put in the shoes, and they do things without me having to ask them. And I think that's a magical bond. So my massive life challenge of what get me through it is the fact that I don't know how long I've got left to live. So the tumour's grown, it's stable at the moment, it's inoperable. So if I just sit around and do nothing, then what legacy is that? So I'm writing a book, A Man with No Limits, writing the book, doing the documentary called No Limits, and I'm doing world record breaking attempts, trying to get on as many TV shows as I can, and just to show my children that just because you become ill doesn't mean that you need to stop and give up, So my next challenge coming up, this is the only exoskeleton suit in the world that can climb up and down stairs. So the Cheese Grater building in London is up 56 floors. I'm going to be the first paralysed man to ever complete the 54 floors, 56 floors. I'm hoping to climb the top and then walk back down again to set a world record attempt, because no one in the world has achieved it. So yes, I could do 2 floors and still get a world record, but I want to set that bar high so no one can take it off me. So my motto is, no such thing as can't. A lot of people won't do it, so it is possible that you can do it. So no such thing as can't, and achieve your dreams before it's too late.